There are many examples of bullies throughout history. The oldest may be the cavemen, who were themselves lacking in communication ability and would often beat each other with clubs to express their displeasure. Another would be Napoleon Bonaparte, who bullied not only a couple of nerds, but also the entire country of France. Perhaps he was compensating for something? An even more recent example is Joseph Pulitzer, who was so concerned about his income that he nearly starved hundreds of Newsies in the streets. Bullying is still prevalent in the modern day, especially with the introduction of the internet. People can be bullied for anything. If they have different interests from their peers, they live in constant fear of being harassed or attacked. This leads us to our protagonist this week, a young girl named Jessica. She lived in rural Ohio and was out playing one day. Theodore, a boy from her school, came up to her and decided to push her around, all because he knew that she was a fan of turkeys, but he preferred eagles.
Nerd!
Jessica was obviously very sad because she didn't want to be pushed around, so she went to her dad and told him about what Theodore had done. She hoped that her dad would go fight her bully for her and get rid of him forever. But that is not what he did. Jessica, I understand that you're feeling really angry right now. Everyone feels this way when they have a bully. But I can't go fight him. That would only cause trouble.
But Daddy, can you at least push him back?
Jessica, I want you to go back to that park and tell Theodore that you forgive him.
Are you crazy?
I realize how you are feeling, and I'll let you choose what to do. But first, let me tell you a story. I once knew a little girl who had a set of toy shoes that she really loved. She would wear them absolutely everywhere. But one day, when her dad came home from work, he accidentally knocked them off the shelf where she had put them, and they broke in half when they hit the floor.
So she threw a fit and she cried and she never forgave him?
No, she didn't. Even though she was really mad at her dad, she was very mature and forgave him.
How old was she, like 5?
No, she was 3.
What?
She loved him. Even though he broke her favorite set of shoes, she didn't want to be mad at him, so she forgave him. What do you think you should do? I'll let you think about it. But, let me tell you, if the whole world decided that it was okay to cut out someone's eye for an eye, or a tooth for a tooth, then the whole world would end up blind and toothless.
So you mean that I should forgive Theodore even though he says that turkeys are stupid and that eagles are amazing?
Why not? He can be a good friend for you.
Can I call him Teddy?
If he is okay with it.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
I forgive you. I forgive you too.
So Jessica returned to the park to forgive Theodore. They spent the rest of the day playing together and remained really close friends forever, even though they still never agreed on which bird was the best. Did you catch the lesson in that skit? Bet it was a lot more obvious than past weeks. As I mentioned in last week's video, this week's Come Follow Me lesson is based around the atonement and crucifixion of Jesus Christ. And I'm going to stray away a little bit from it because I want to keep that sacred. I highly recommend that you read those chapters though, because they're still very good and they teach a really good lesson. When I was reading through the chapters assigned for this lesson, I found Luke 23:24 to be very profound. It reads, Then said Jesus, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Even though he was in agony up on that cross, he still begged Heavenly Father to forgive those who were mistreating him. I believe that this goes along very well with the lesson from a couple weeks ago, which was about loving your neighbor regardless of how they treat you. So next time that you're angry at someone because they kicked you or called you a nerd, just remember this lesson and think, as the common phrase goes, what would Jesus do? Thanks for watching the video. I'd love to hear what you thought of it, so if you have any special comments on it, you can leave a comment down below, or you can text me or call me, you can email me, you can tell me in person, just whatever. And remember to leave a like.